Okay, oh, temple. Chi-Chi. Unironically, Chi-Chi. Fuck.
And just like that, we're in Snezhnaya! Feels like we only just left Not Cry.
Bitch, we only just came to Not Cry.
Remember back in Nasha Town? How all our friends came to see us off before we left?
She's stupid as fuck. I'm sorry, I don't like Paimon. Damn. An annoying little piece of sack of flying shit.
We're off to meet the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya. What is she planning? And why does she need the nosies? Soon, guess this'll be the end of your journey that your brother mentioned. What is he expecting you to find there? Snezhnaya still feels like a long way away.
I wish I picked Ether Man.
Hopefully. Anyway, enough about all that. We can't start the final leg of our journey with that kind of mindset. Just think, we've fought dragons and seen a little experience under our belts. Sure thing. Yeah.
What about me? Do I get a call out?
Whoa! Calm, Dina. You kind of snuck up on us there. Don't look at Paimon. Paimon didn't tell you about this time. Oh, so it was you. All right. Guess there's no.
Oh, your friends have gathered at the flagship. I invited Sandrani too, but she said she had to go back to Snezhnaya. She had some nasty things to say about you before leaving.
She hasn't changed a bit.
If they're heading to Snezhnaya, I'll bet
This
it's
is what
cause
she
trouble
said,
for Her Majesty
raggedy.
Tsaritsa. Attending a
I
farewell
can't say
party
that
for
word.
people like that would not be a good
Musty
look for her right
ass.
now.
Titanium shit fest.
Also, please tell
the
her not to
damsel
plan getting help from a Fatui Harbinger in Snezhnaya. Our time working together was not terrible, precisely, but we're on different sides. So when you get there, don't do anything to make life difficult for both of us.
Well, that definitely sounds on brand for her. The attitude, the reasoning. All right.
No, you've misunderstood. I think she means that she'd like you to go see her. As long as you don't make things difficult for both of you, you'll be fine.
You really have to read between the lines with Central.
Go on, get to the flagship.
Yeah.
I told him today, I want to read.
It's definitely nice to be treated.
The moon
Yeah,
of
I will not be
Cry
back in this ghetto ass place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck no.
Look! They look similar to the ones in Not Cry. You know, just minus the effects of Kulaki. That's a sure sign that we're officially in Snezhnaya now.
Wait. Okay. I don't have travel
There's gotta be a treasure
Like,
chest around here somewhere.
which
No adventure is
sucks.
complete.
Because I didn't want to build cryo trap. I don't have fucking flowers, okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Paimon got a mouthful of snow.
Never mind. Never mind.
It's so cold.
She pisses me off.
Paimon's
Oh,
gonna
I'm so
snuggle
annoyed!
warm.
Dude, she's so fucking annoying. Paimon, move the fuck along!
Hey, check it out! Those are bears, right? Oh, look how
Well, they
big and
even
furry
nerfed the
they
bears.
are.
Wow, that
So
is...
cute. Quick, take a picture before the moment passes. Right here. If we get any closer, we might scare them away.
Hello? The bears are supposed to look menacing.
Let's see how your camera skills are these days. Oh, come on, quick. I've heard Snezhnaya has loads of railways and trains. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to describe. Everything feels heavy. Oh, no need. Yeah, sure thing.
Yo! Oh god, no, not the stupid
It's
creature
getting worse by the minute. I can barely fly. Oh, look! There's a cabin over there. Phew. Let's get out of this storm.
Give me more, give me pine. The bridge is gonna collapse. Why is she wearing a diaper? I'm sorry. What the? Okay, sure. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I said it. I said it.
What is this place?
A place for you to shut the fuck up.
Where's Paimon? I need to find
Wait,
her.
no Paimon? We're saved. We're saved. We're saved. Okay.
Paimon! Paimon!
That's.
That's strange. Where could she be? I guess I'll try further ahead. Hang in there, Paimon.
Yeah, just don't die.
Is that a train carriage? Maybe I can get up from the inside. I'll keep this close.
I'll keep this close.
Okay, is there, oh, is there anything like out here? Wow, but there's okay, sure. Wait for stamina. No, don't you fucking.
It says here, Krasnik's torch, civilian model. It's definitely getting a little warmer now it's turned on. I really hope Paimon's okay.
I don't. Shit. Oh my
I'm
god.
on the road.
I've been playing too much more. This game just feels so much worse.
What was that strange sound? I can't tell if... Paimon? Paimon, is that you?
Incoming entity detected. Authorization granted. Initiating original.
Huh? That sounds like the brother. That sounds like Aether.
Descender, who's reached the eve of tomorrow. Eye of Grey at your service. Time's last activation. Time measurement unavailable. I was born to fulfill a mission.
That's
To this end, I must. Huh? Why is my body like this? Apologies. After a long... Anyway, I was created so that humanity could reach tomorrow. Nevertheless, serving humanity remains my primary objective. I have detected a drop in your surface body temperature. In accordance with my preset programming, upon reactivation, I must ask the one who awakened, will you accept me, Transcender? I will assist you, protect you, and fulfill my mission until we... You have made a very wise decision. Now, I detected that you called out a name earlier, presumably that of your missing companion. The name was Paimon. After helping you get out of here, I will search for a match in the nearby area and pinpoint their location, nearly the tip of the iceberg. Now that we have reached an accord, you will be my new user. May I ask your name? Very well. I will remember this name until the mission is complete. I need to recover my body, retrieve the power to unlock tomorrow, and help the suffering masses to reach the far shores where the empty ark floats. I can sense my power scattered across this ice-covered land. I even have a vague sense of where it might be found. But right now, that is not essential. The key right now is you. You must survive and reunite with your...
Give me a gun. Give me a gun.
You may now execute the command, Demolish. Use it to remove the prime ice blocking the path and obtain prime ice unit. Prime ice unit count has been updated.
Oh, to build. Oh.
You may now execute the command, Build. Use it to create a prime ice construct to prop up the door.
I'll keep this close.
Scanning local environment. Exit has been sealed off with ice. That would not be an efficient approach. You can use this to clear the solid ice.
Can I just... Oh, you're fine. Oh, chest. Give me 5 primos. Give me 5 primos. Primos, thank you.
Is this an answer from this world?
Okay. I don't particularly see anything else.
Construct blueprint added to records. You may now execute the command, Build Heat Source. Generate a temporary heat source to rapidly melt the solid ice.
Well, first, let me... Ooh.
Is this an answer from this world?
All that for 10 primos! I love that.
My scan indicates the path is straight ahead. I recommend we proceed.
This is so boring. This is actually so boring. Who thought this was a good idea? Like, genuinely. Who thought... Yeah, let me... Yeah, who thought this was a good idea? Like, genuinely.
Kresnik Crystal located. Please collect at your earliest convenience. The recent construct you built provides highly efficient heating by utilizing the unique properties of Kresnik Crystal. Unfortunately, Prime, that said, yes. But for now... Low power. Please use Kresnik Crystal to replenish energy reserves.
Okay, it's not as bad as sheer cold, but pretty good. Oh. Gimme. That's right. I can't even fly back.
Signs of physiological activity detected in the distance. It is highly likely to be your child companion, Paimon. Go. Go now. Be reunited and sing together. May all the people be united as one. May all of life rejoice in unison.
Damn, why are you so depressed, dude?
Approaching the target location, scanning for signs of life. Life forms detected.
Forms?
Affirmative. However, that is not the reason for my confusion. According to my database, this location is a train station, meaning the number of life forms is unusually low. Real-time environmental data suggests that the train station may...
Paimon!
Oh shit! Piero! Piero! I want to summon for him.
Who are you?
I'm Piero.
Don't worry. She's only sleeping. You must be the Traveler. She called your name repeatedly while attempting to battle her way through the blizzard. Newcomers to Snezhnaya struggle to adapt to the sheer cold at the best of times. Lately, even the locals are suffering, with a powerful monster having summoned a bitter snowstorm. You two must be very important to one another. You should take more care not to get separated.
He's Conrian!
Your eyes. Are you Conrian?
Now that's a stupid ass question, you know he is.
There are indeed some Conrians left in this world who survived the cataclysm. But I doubt that is news to you. It would be unwise to interrogate my identity here. Focus your attention on your travel companion instead.
If you say Daddy's home...
We will meet again, very soon.
Will we now? Son to the Saritsa. Ghost babe. They really they did it on purpose, 100%.
The unidentified subject has now left the area. He appears to be an individual of great significance, but my search has yielded no relevant data. I will try searching the database again, against the odds. Your companion is safe and sound. The other person even left a blanket for her.
Oh.
Traveler! Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Paimon was so worried. She looked everywhere for you.
It's okay. Take it easy. Are you feeling alright?
No.
Pretty much the same as when we first got to Snezhnaya. Wait, where did the Jester go? Yep, the director of the Fatui. The Jester Piero. So,
The Jester must know everything about the Saritsa's plans. But there's no way he'd tell me just like that. We might well have ended up clashing. Well, he was right about one thing. Right now, the most important thing for me is to take care of Paimon while she's unwell.
He had no intention of explaining his motives, and he left in something of a...
hey, who's that?
Your replacement.
It looks like half a pair of goggles. How amazing! A self-aware, talking pair of goggles.
Snezhnaya was once the land of the Fae. There are many ancient creations here that I'm sure would broaden your mind further still. Mind you, my database is awesome.
Oh, wow! Well, thank you so much. You've earned yourself some of Paimon's favorite candy. Oh, but by the looks of it, you probably can't eat that, can you?
Goodwill detected. Instead of candy, perhaps I can suggest my preferred strategy. Please clean me regularly to keep me operating at peak efficiency.
Oh, that makes sense. Every pair of goggles needs wiping clean once in a while. Anyway, back to the Jester for a second. Paimon, when he first showed up, he already knew Paimon's name. And he acted like he expected Paimon to know who he was, too. Paimon could tell that he was Conrian from his eyes. And he definitely seemed like someone pretty important. But beyond that, Paimon didn't know anything about him. It was only later, after he rescued Paimon from the snow. Oh, seems unlikely. He ran into the snow, following the sound of Paimon's voice, with a really anxious expression on his face. And after bringing Paimon here, he just stared out at the snow. He didn't do anything to Paimon at all. In fact, he barely said anything. Wouldn't even answer any of Paimon's questions either. Paimon didn't feel unsafe around him, and she didn't seem to have any ulterior motives. For all we know, he might have just ignored Paimon's questions so she'd give up and go to sleep.
Please allow me to interrupt. Fatui and director are unfamiliar terms. May I ask for clarification?
Wait, you've seriously never heard of the Fatui? Oh, they're like the Saritsa's inner circle. Really powerful people. And the director...
Understood. Since they hold elite positions and serve their god directly, it stands to reason that they would conduct themselves with due decorum. I'm inclined to agree with your assessment, Miss Paimon. I did not detect any ill will from the gentleman in question.
Sorry, I shouldn't have encouraged you to talk so much. Paimon, new plan. Let's get out of Snezhnaya for now. We can come back after the weather clears up and you're all better. The Jester mentioned that this snowstorm being the work of a monster is worse than most. Even if we made it to Snezhnograd, we'd still have to wait out the storm before we could do any exploring.
Oh, well, it's really nice of you to look out for Paimon, but she doesn't want to hold you back. We were really psyched up for this journey when we first set off. Just think of all the burning questions we have. If we turn back now, who knows how long it'll take before we finally get answers.
Further information is required regarding the monster situation, but objectively speaking, there is another more pressing issue. At this point, we've traveled a significant distance into the blizzard. Were we to turn back now, the road would be extremely treacherous, especially since we would need to travel on foot. If, however, we continue onward, there may be a better solution. Do you remember what I said as we neared this location? I told you that this is a train station. While it has evidently fallen into disuse for unknown reason, we can break through the blizzard and forge ahead by driving a train. That is the Snezhnayan way. There is a small town up ahead, which would be the perfect place for Miss Paimon to rest and recover.
Paimon thinks Goggles here makes a great point. Oh, come on. Don't worry. Think of all the traveling we've done so far. When is Paimon?
Affirmative. Should you ever need my assistance during your future adventures, please call for the Eye of Grey whenever you wish. Otherwise, I will remain silent to avoid causing any unnecessary distraction.
Okay.
I'll keep this close.
A carrot? Was it a fucking carrot? Okay. Oh, guys, I got a wish.
Please confirm.
Let's go break this now. I'm a genius, guys. It was like shit.
Heading north from here, we will soon arrive at... Wait, there's an error message. Could not detect clear tracks.
What exactly does clear mean?
Brace for impact, friends! Preparing to enter impromptu flight mode.
Flight mode.
How strange. Not only was the station's status different from my records, but even the railroads and the terrain itself have changed substantially.
Yeah.
My sincere apologies for putting you in danger. I'm afraid I'm as confused by all this as you agreed. This is likely a consequence of outdated railroad data. The discrepancy, fortunately, our crash landing has at least brought us much closer to the town.
Your data had better be right this time.
Paimon's like off on a swing.
I can assure you, it certainly is. It seems our ill-fated train ride was a blessing. Rest assured that I will take user preferences into account next time I...
Okay.
Excuse me, is there an inn nearby?
Oh, I'm sorry, but they've all closed.
Shit.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. We're looking for a place to stay.
I can't even afford to warm my own house, let alone run a business.
Damn.
Excuse us. Is there anywhere we can stay around these parts?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to try your luck somewhere else.
All we can do is wait for the next shipment of Kresnik Crystal to get here. Hi there. Do you know if there are any inns still taking guests in this town?
Renova.
They're probably all closed. No one has enough Kresnik Crystal to heat their own homes, let alone a business.
This is Renova.
I clocked you a while back. You adventurers or something? We don't get many tourists in inland Snezhnaya these days.
Why is that? Because of the snowstorm?
In part, but the bigger reason's Project Stuzha. Since it's Her Majesty's will, we have to put up with it whether we like it or not. Oh, sorry. I assumed it was common knowledge by now. Basically, the Tsaritsa is planning something big. Something that requires an enormous amount of energy. Even if they used all the surplus Kresnik Crystal in Snezhnaya, it still wouldn't be enough to meet demand.
Damn.
So, the Vedja passed a resolution requiring all factories and households to reduce their energy consumption. The policy has thus been charmingly named Project Stuzha, meaning bitter cold.
Bitter cold. So, like, it's gonna be a cold winter, folks? You're all gonna have to find a way.
Pretty much. When you're broke, you scrimp and save. When it's cold, you huddle together for warmth. There's always a way to stretch things out to make ends meet. Trouble is, if you stretch someone out like an elastic band for too long, who knows if they can ever bounce back. You know what? Come with me and see for yourself.
Can you please explain to me why the price of Kresnik Crystal has gone up by a third again? Even as our purchase quota has gone down.
Yo, capitalism, America.
You only come here twice a month. This won't even last us a week.
The supply and pricing of Kresnik Crystal are based on current production volumes and price data. We Fit 2 are only responsible for delivery and security. I'm not in a position to explain to you how the figures are calculated, but I assure you, they are as fair and reasonable as possible.
Oh, so our lives mean nothing to you? How can you expect anyone to survive a single night in this weather without heating?
Damn. Capitalism and Genshin Impact too.
Since you insist on making me repeat myself every single visit.
What market? Nobody else is selling. And when they do, they charge 8 times the normal rate. It's robbery is what it is.
Which is why the Snezhnograd Veche passed a resolution to support border communities, without which you wouldn't even be able to buy crystal from us to begin with. So if you're here just to argue, move aside and let the next person in line come forward. Everyone's feeling the cold here.
You!
All right, everyone, let's calm down for a second. A few words, if I may. We all know how cold it is. And the more it snows, the harder life gets. Everyone's struggling already. Let's not make things even more difficult for each other.
But Liaison Shishkin, there's clearly something wrong with this quota. I have a family in Marepasok who tell me they can buy at least double our crystal allotment.
Oh, believe you me, I had the same reaction when I first saw the numbers. Couldn't believe what I was reading. I even wrote a letter to confirm the true figures, but I'm afraid the quota really is as low as you've been advised. Still, you must understand that calculating these energy quotas is a complicated balancing act. They have to factor in population, town size, industrial application. Our top priority must be to keep the largest Kresenix torch burning continuously. Only then can we sell the remaining crystal for household use, and in doing so, we must make sure that everyone is treated fairly. As our 2E comrades said, they're only responsible for delivering the goods. They need to keep accurate records, and they do not have any authority to modify the rates or quotas.
That's right. Our duty is to do things by the book.
Tell you what, listen. I know how anxious and upset everyone is. As a matter of fact, I was just discussing it with the mayor. What we can do is open the lower combustion chamber of the Kresenix torch to the public. You can come to me directly to register, and I will allocate time slots accordingly. I can't guarantee there will be ample energy for household use. We can at least make sure you'll be able to boil water and cook food each day. Let's hang in there and make this work together, all right?
Fine. I don't see any alternative.
So, this is Project Stuja in action, huh? Oh, no wonder nothing's open for business. People
I'm
are
on the
really getting by.
yikes.
You were looking for an inn, right? For your, Fae friend?
Faye.
Oh, Paimon's not a fae. Just Paimon. She must have caught a cold or something.
I have a small place in Sertomoros. I don't stay there very often, though, so it's pretty basic. But if you're not picky, you're welcome to rest there for now. It's not much, but I've got blankets and a warm fire.
Are you sure? Oh, that's really kind of you.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, so cozy and warm. Paimon's getting... Oh, wait. Paimon only introduced herself so far.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha.
Alyosha sounds better.
Most travelers find the Snezhnayan climate to be a shock to the system at first. But still, you should keep an eye on your condition. When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into something more serious.
Don't say that. Paimon's too young for chronic health issues.
Okay, that's actually funny.
They aren't in town right now, and they won't be back anytime soon. I do a lot of hunting, so I spend most of my time exposed to the elements. But even the animals wouldn't survive long in a storm like this, let alone a hunter. Nothing to do but sit tight in town until the weather improves. I get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, what? Your own train? Wait,
Oh, we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh, then our luck ran out and we had a little accident.
pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. Well, as long as your train's good to roll, you might get to Snezhnagrad after all. I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Sertomoros is that some of the supply is being seized for a private stockpile. But to expose what's going on, I need to catch them in the...
Huh?
It's a figure of speech. Shishkin. Mr. Positive Attitude lets all...
Him? Really?
Huh? You're coming with?
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, there's one more introduction to do. Tagarin, get in here.
Hey, Husky! It looks like shit, but...
A doggy. Angry doggy.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. He's my hunting partner. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. We can't risk. First, we need to find a way into the train station and see if we can find... Then, we get Tagarin to catch a scent and find out... What are you eating?
Oh, check it out. When you're all out of carrots, try jerky. Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover, huh?
Yep. And rabbit lover.
Good to know. Eat up, Tagarin.
Okay.
Wait.
Fatui.
Nice work, Tugarin. Come on, we'll go around. This way.
Oh.
We'll enter from the upper floor.
Ooh. Yo. Pause. Oh. Shit. Okay.
There we go. A freight list. Straight from the Fatui. So Shishkin won't have had the chance to doctor the figures. Looks as new as the day it was printed. Yeah, this is all we need. Come on, Tugarin's a keen hunter. And catching rabbit?
We're playing as a dog? That's diabolical. Oh my god. Get up. Get up.
But if he picks up the scent of Cristal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up. This must be the rabbit's warrant, sure enough. There's a
Thanks for looking out for us.
No need to thank me. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin.
Huh? Who are you?
Ooh.
I just had
Slime
a
him.
question for you.
Shoot him.
Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more? All the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for sale. Would you be able to shed any light on the situation?
Me? Why?
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros. But now, Mr. Shishkin.
How?
We trusted you to have our back.
Hey, I owe you all an apology. I'm sorry. This isn't who I am. Please, we all know how difficult life has been since Project Stuzha. I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Crystal have ceased there entirely. If not, you know as well as I do how tough. I watched as energy grew scarcer by the week. Looks like
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. I'll make a batch purchase of Crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all to use free of charge. As
You don't have to go that.
Yeah, owning up to your mistake is enough for me.
Drop the act. You claimed this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only one shipment's worth of stolen crystal.
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house.
Oh,
As expected, we found many crates full of crystal,
Scamming ass bitch
half
could
of which were
never.
still in their original shipping containers.
This wasn't your first time at all. You've been colluding with the
I
mayor of
knew it.
Stratom. The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. The mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the crystal by ton. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative.
Wait. The mayor.
preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time lately counting
carriages.
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume. So, if we take the numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new record. 3 carriages missing.
You mean to tell me that you sat around?
I'm a hunter. I have 2.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks.
Dude, these NPCs look so bad.
You cocky little brat! Ruining my business! Just you wait.
Oh my god, these NPCs look so bad. They look so bad. It's fine if they're generic. It doesn't matter if they look like copy-paste garbage. But they look like potatoes.
Yeah, something felt off. So I just followed my gut.
Thank you for your assistance. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal.
A wolf in sheep.
Even with that sob story he fed us. Without the compelling case you put together. Alosha, was it?
We can go find some wild animals if you want.
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just... Well, I'm sure you've heard of the Rokot. Recently, they hide in plain sight under false identities, working against Project Stuzha. Sometimes, they aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk.
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up with what goes on in the city. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up paranoid about everything. As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need crystal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. I will report this incident to Snezhnagrad. The Fatui will take over and... Looks like it's my turn to brush up on math now.
Don't mention it. Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik Crystal. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to.
Is it gonna be a debt or some shit?
Hang tight for a moment. This old lady...
Grandson.
Ma'am, it's me, Alosha.
Alosha?
You know me. I came by early.
I'm so... Now, how often do I get to see my...
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's not. Sit down. Come
Please, don't get up on my account.
right under the basket. Well, grandson,
Very much, ma'am.
Good, good.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, alright?
Oh, I don't need it. I'm fine.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for special occasion. I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. Not many people have heard of Alatir. And if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. There's a gang of highwaymen that came from there. Now that it's an abandoned village, it's rare to find anyone who shares fond memories of our hometown. So after we got talking and realized we were from the same place, we decided. I first learned of Stratomoros's energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters. Then, the town's been in decline for a while now. But because of her memory problems, she thinks of it as the bustling, prosperous Stratomoros still in its heyday. That said, I kind of appreciate her optimism. There's not much of it going. It's fine. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you folk the Grim Reaper reaches out and takes. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world just yet. Come on, let's get back and see how Paimon's doing.
She's missing.
Huh?
Wait, wait a second. Can I? Wait, Varka, do not disappoint me.
Try to keep up!
Varka did it!
Here?
If you say Daddy's home.
Paimon, we're back. Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore. But she's... but Paimon sure she'll...
Her complexion's looking much better. Let's keep an eye on her.
Sure. But enough about that. How did everything...
I'll explain. It's a bit of...
He's not even sitting on the chair properly.
You guys got pretty big, so... You...
Yeah. Well, enough to survive, at least. Project Stuja isn't going away anytime soon. Don't know. The goal of Project Stuja is to gather energy for the Tsaritsa, but no one knows where that energy's going. The thing is, we were told that the project would only last for
Extending it?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle, any proposed extension needs to pass by majority vote in the Snezhnaya Veche. But even though opposition has been growing, any detractors end up caving into political pressure from the rooster, Pulcinella. He's the chair of the Snezhnaya Veche and a key figure in the voting process.
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people?
I don't see it like that. Fundamentally, the Fatui will always think and act in the Tsaritsa's interests, but that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Stratomoro still receives Crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the Rooster himself. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank provided some mora for disaster relief, and they're as conservative and indifferent as they come. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always gonna be some conflict when those worlds collide. Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnaya. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustration. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join.
That's because we're adventurers. It's your job to help people out with commissions and get to the bottom of things.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnaya?
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins
The
with many
weed
of the
voice
Harbingers
acting?
along the
What?
way, and I really need to know what the Tsaritsa is up to. Her ultimate goal, what the Gnosis mean in all of this. Since I've made it this far in my journey...
Wait, so... No.
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, but getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnagrad. Word is, she's heading east on a camp. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with... It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now, it's so big that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate... I'm sure the Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just a question of how long it... Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have to wait until she gets back. Should be up and running by tomorrow. Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
Whoa! That's gotta take a lot of manpower. Are you sure we can talk them into it?
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnagrad in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for Mora.
Demon is getting another emergency, but this is not a drill, and you are not, like, suffering danger.
I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Let's break this down. First, they fixed a load of bugs with demons. They fixed a multiple fusion repeater. I could resolve the hits failing pressure.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good night's sleep ahead of our big trip tomorrow.
They also fixed her hitbox, so if an issue with being damaged from the front while power barrier was deployed, then just in the height of the mech head hitbox to be more flush with the model. And these are the blocks, so surging strike, the cancel line has been reduced from 0.15 to 0.05 seconds. That is now going to be incredibly fast. And fusion repeats of the cancel line has been reduced from 0.3 to 0.2. The recovery time has been reduced from 0.5 to 0.2 seconds. I mean, she's going to be really, really good right now. Go and play Demon. Jetpack Cat is the enemy of every Overwatch player every night. So she's been nerfed, and the base movement speed has been reduced from 6 to 5.5 meters. Remember, Jetpack Cat is a third play, third annoyance, so this is kind of okay. And also, her sound healing penalty has increased from 25 to 40%. So, in theory, it should be a bit easier now to kill Jetpack Cat. She's not moving around as fast, but she's not regenerating. I know it makes it kind of slow, but he's got a bad chain.
Probably not. It's struggle right now. My goal is to make all of my clothes fit in my carry-on. I just saw that sometimes vacuum sealed bags cause me to get silver's too often and they might not be restricted by a so I'm going to try to not use that. If the weather was so unpredictable in the Netherlands, I'm going to make sure that when I just fall in love with it.
Is win number...
on me.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. There was a chest around here. Someone had a fucking chest.
Here.
Ah, there, okay.
Trying to keep up.
Huh? Oh. Wait, is it? No, it's higher up. Yes, okay.
To the adventurer go the spoils.
Ah, okay.
This loot's all yours.
Okay. How do I have a wish? No. Oh wow, you can't even explore. You're like locked here. Okay. Well, shit. Booyah kakasha. Booyah kakasha.
Drive carefully, all right? You don't want to end up in this situation again. Also, I don't think I've seen a train like this before. Is it a new... Not a fan of small talk. All the track switching is automated. So, as long as... We'll leave you to examine the train's conditions yourself.
Shouldn't be a problem.
All right then. Have a safe...
Oh, okay.
Alright. Looks like our destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over and then head out.
Affirmative. Running.
What's this?
Engine, green. Wheels, green. Frame, minor damage, but no impact on function. Diagnostics complete.
Neat! Huh. Paimon still can't get...
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an interactive talking train autopilot.
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt you have any interest in navigating the practically unreadable operator's manual yourself. All configurations are complete. Should you require any...
Oh, nope. Paimon's gonna find a warp... Huh? What's going on?
Oh no.
What is this place? Traveler, are you okay?
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone wrong.
Halosha, you're Snezhnayan, right?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a standstill. I've only seen it a few times before, and this is my first time inside. It's a dangerous place, and the few who do make it back.
Huh? Then... Oh, maybe Goggles knows something. Goggles? Great!
Hold it together. Let's not get ahead. Come on.
Oh, I thought this was like...
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living.
Let's hammer this out.
I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few
You just did
gadgets that
that.
still work.
Look, you mean?
Guess we'd better find a way over.
Wait. Yep, I don't see it. Shadows.
I'll take points.
Fall off a cliff.
This is the last one.
What do we do next?
Play it by ear.
Prototype Rancor is crazy.
Hello. I am...
For now, at least.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm. The darkest time and space hold no meaning here. It intersects with the world of the Light Realm only rarely. Like an air, we must leave this place before it sinks back down into the depths once more.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yes. In fact, the very purpose of my creation was likely to... From the Shadow Realm. It appears that key data is currently inaccessible. But now is not the time to... I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment to aid you as you traverse the Shadow Realm, Traveler. It may well be one of my core functions. Activation code? We once peered into the past from the ruins of the Shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea.
Oh. Oh shit, okay. Go Lumine! Glock him down. Pow, 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 pow. And why is she still wearing short shorts?
Now go.
Is this?
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot... Let's go.
America! One Mexican down. Reload, left click is to sprint. Shift, okay. Yeah, I think that's better. Wait. Is there a chest?
When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. You can slide to navigate through low, narrow tunnels. Obstruction ahead. You may be able to use the explosives nearby. Shoot the explosives to detonate. Since elemental energy is unavailable in the Shadow Realm, for long-range targets, many hostile units, I suggest... More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked Assault. Punch it.
State number 2. Light him up.
Take cover, take cover more. Over.
Reload. Charge. Time to catch my breath.
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
Back in business.
A common chest? Bro.
Gotta recharge. Change of tactics. Mind the rhythm. Need a refill. Light him up.
Some supply points can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances.
What?
I recommend using this if you detach the connected...
How do I... What the fuck? Hello? Hello?
Mind the rhythm.
Oh shit. Oh fuck shit.
Take great care.
Oh my god. do I... Hello? Oh, I have to build it. I have to build it. Okay. Wait, no. Oh, what other?
Nice. Minor rhythm.
Oh shit.
Where's the... Over.
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease.
Over.
Hello.
Usable munitions detected. Flag crystal.
Demolition time.
Taking cover.
Frag out.
Oh.
Frag out.
Oh shit. I didn't do that. I did not. Whoopsie.
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
Reload.
At least you can slide and reload, thank God.
Minor rhythm. How much longer is it gonna take?
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However,
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead Fatui. Guess we gotta storm through.
you may find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
Back in business. Need a refill. Switch mode. We're almost there. Huh?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back.
The exit.
No time to think. We just gotta go for it. Looks like...
I hear a Cryoculus.
I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested.
Stupid S post. This looks like Bellabong. In a good way. It looks kind of shit.
I found it pretty stunning when I'm just a small-time hunter, so Zolny is where I spend most of my time. This way will take us to Podvorier
Is that gonna be?
Yeah, I mean, there are places to stay in Zolny, but I highly doubt they'd meet your standards. Most of the stoves are out of crystal, the windows are
Yep. No way. Not a chance Paimon's staying anywhere like that. Huh. Fine. Don't worry. You'll...
I'm glad to see you've perked up. If you find yourselves in the mood, this way leads to Zapoliarny Palace. The adjacent block is kind of a city in its own right. That's Gloop. Inside, there's a munitions factory known, and over there is this. These places are best admired from a distance.
Yeah. They probably have super...
The downtown area is near the center of Zapolia. Another place of interest is the Northland Bank. Oh, and I'm sure you'll want to make contact with the Adventurers Guild.
Ooh. Speaking of it...
No one practices alchemy in Snezhnagrad, I'm afraid. Apparently there's some historical reason for it.
Oh. We'll just have to use the one on the train then.
Yeah, I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Anyway... Finally, there's Zolny in that direction. That's about it.
Sounds good. Thanks for all the
Podvorier restaurant is...
No. Dude, I want to get the fucking... Add Astra of a sauce. This is really slow. No voice acting? Makes sense. Genshin doesn't have money. It's busy making furry designs. Oh god. Okay, well that was shit. Okay.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot. Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. You're right. A lot happened on our way into the city. Obviously, the million more question is, sure was. But we won't. It must be a pretty powerful one if it can blink, to be honest. What we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us. Right. And when we left Nocry, Sandroni specifically left a message reminding us which... So... It's unlikely they'd tell us anything Yeah, fair point. There's gotta be someone there, but... It's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too miss him and not cry.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
That's Alosha.
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather. I see. So you're my patient today, yes?
Good question. Paimon's...
Not exactly. It's just... But don't worry.
It'll be fine, right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? That's just because Paimon knows how to eat.
Now... Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal. I can give you some medicine to tide you over. But as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms...
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Thank you, Doc.
You're very welcome.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple...
All right, then.
I have to get back to it. If you need any... Hey, no big deal.
All right. Time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Peace, bitches. How big is that goddamn radius?
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't but I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Wait a moment. Lord Child is a busy man. Even if you two are old friends as you claim, next time, stick to the rule. Greetings, Lady Marionette.
I'll take care of our guest here. I trust no choice words have been exchanged.
No, Lady Marionette. Whew, that was a close call. Good.
Is that right? Good to know. Under the weather? I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. All right, then. Well, let me know if you... why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that and, as obnoxious as it may be to show up... Well, I felt our time working together and not... Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class. Unlike Nasha Town. Torch, your treat, of course. Because I already wasted one perfectly good...
What are you gonna do? Arrest me? See. Let me in. Oh. Juka. This is crazy. Op number 1, op number 2, op number 3, op number 4. Huh? थोड़ी चाबी थोड़ी टेबल पे रख दी चलो कैसे तो चाबी तो मेरे को है तुझे पता नहीं छल्ला कितने है तो तुम्हें लोड है का आप यार तीन दी मेरी आज चुप रहे सी मैं काम फिर गड्डी से रखता हूं मैं जो उसके लगे फोन नंबर को जाओ और चक्के ले काम कर ले से चुप दे रहा है जा तूने पीस खाना है ओह Igor?
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You wanna take a guess? Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know. That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by... They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuja. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days. Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions. It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero. Before leaving in that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia.
Oh, Capitano.
I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. That was his reaction, too. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and but he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Anyway, then the Liues situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was basically... Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great... Yeah, it's one of the few things... He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures, with the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to... Exactly. Piero also needed to back a Harbinger as soon as possible. And even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady bit. What's the point in Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. You'll see it firsthand if you ever... Having a voice in the Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every... Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector. And Tartaglia represents... Personally, I have no interest in political jousts. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way a complex web of interest.
All right, You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me? I just don't understand, that's all. Anyway, do I really need a reason? Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask? Fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay?
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see I'm on...
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am.
Isn't it always?
The equipment in Svietlo-Laidovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped. Luckily, Odette's team...
I guess that's it then. RT Park, do you actually want to come with, or are you just... Nice of you to return the favor. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, then let's go. You, take 2 people to Podvorier restaurant. Find her room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
God, this game is so annoying. Like, who in their right section of mind on that?
I have to be getting...
Don't go any further. It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to leave, now. I see. You're the backup from Snezhnaya. Well, I'm Odette.
Ah, so this is Odette.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Let's go.
Can we please?
Careful. Something's moving. This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent. Together.
Stay back!
Let's begin. Harada.
Oh.
I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
Bellowing thunder!
Shadow me. Witness the snow swan's grace. Together. Pirouette.
Thunderclap!
Let's begin.
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out.
Thank you.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made it. Yeah, but with us here, it may be small. It's lucky we got here. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated.
Wait, this place. There's.
Ooh, an actual cutscene. Oh shit.
What is that?
I don't know. It's back?
Yes, it has family. This way. Run! Thanks. Let's get out of here.
We could have beat it. We could have killed it. But that was a stupid way to get the sword.
Huh. if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Miss...
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real big... Hey, comrade, it's been too long. Good to see you too, Odette.
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuzha, and the usual... The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming.
That's not good news.
Yeah. Obviously, if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent.
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to...
Huh? Of course.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade.
Excuse her? What does she mean?
Oh my gosh. How does she dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya. But she's thinking long-term. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzha outright. But and even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, the issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. But that is not the same thing as being...
In fairness to Sandrone, she and even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't... Maybe you've heard already. But she's currently striking that monster down will be as laser-focused as she is to me. That says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why? Thanks.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two Harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many... I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't.
Forgive me, adventurer. But might I be so bold as to ask about your
Oh, haven't you been...
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person...
I've only learned her name so far, and no detail...
Uh-oh. Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... this is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue. There was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up. Please...
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but... death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by the way, where's Paimon? It's not.
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant. I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so much. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours.
Well, that would be great. Your people.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our directors, if you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time. Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do, to start with. I should...
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me a second. I'll go fetch him for you.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. It's a fundamental contradiction. Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Kresnik Kristall from Stratoma... When we resolve Stratoma, a huge backlog of... A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work... Exactly. At the current... Hey boss, how much do I...
1 second. Let me check.
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and... No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya.
Here's your Mora. See?
Yeah, well, can't hurt to take... Let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello.
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take... When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunt.
Yes, and we sometimes...
Sorry I killed your mom.
Why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought things went pretty smoothly in Sviatlo-Lidovka. So, what brings you here, Miss O...
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Sviatlo-Lidovka, so I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Stuja is all about. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it. And at some point, if things aren't making sense to me, I can't just...
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do something, but all...
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider with organizations like that. The Fatui does not encourage their activities.
राइट ऑफ करके भेजो।
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the right people accountable when they do.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, still...
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you from doing the... I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. You made the right decision, so...
Oh, we were gonna buy some Crystal. I heard there's...
Funny. I had the same idea. The real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our...
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Let me see. I'll take it all, please. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport that should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination by
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems you're...
You flatter me. It's only because I...
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea how Paimon's doing?
What's wrong?
Her travel buddy hasn't been feeling well.
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing...
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlo-Lidovka. Plus, I know a little bit about relieving colds.
All right then. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the
Hello. Sorry.
What happened?
Oh. Please, excuse... Ah, it's really you. At the same time, we can't interfere with... Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed...
I didn't expect such a high standard of protection.
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this anyway.
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. It's just...
I have just the...
Whoa! What's this?
All keen observations. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I've...
Awesome! Your name was Odette...
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokad, huh? Members of the Rokad keep their true identities hidden, but... I leave it with me.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... enough with the secret chat, you two. Let's catch up prop. It'll be kind of like tabletop.
Ah, you made it. I've got some tickets. It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Pleasure.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in a...
Is that guy with the...
Okay, all done.
I want this character so bad.
What's up? Everything okay? Snezhnaya's business and political still, it's a little unusual to... He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion, but I only ever see him here for one thing. To look for a guy named Mitya, supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. But that's not for us to worry about. What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh? Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
What's his problem?
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later. She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa. This leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us.
What? Dude. How the hell am I supposed to get there? Huh? Oh, behind the stage. Stupid.
Hey there. Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right—
Oh, it's you two.
She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing and—
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door. Confidentiality, of course. The Rokot is very strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud! Not—
Relax. I've taken care of it.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so—
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokot. So I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect—
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't still, you gave me a real fright. So, that stuff you said about— and now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. Because of this, members are basically—
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other.
beyond the freedom to choose how you opt. In short, there's a code of conduct you can read it.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times.
Great. then...
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. His name's Tagarin took quite a liking to me, so... Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-up, like... my job. By the way, what were you complaining about just
Everything did not go okay. That's what... But... And then, what did he... I had to juggle things around...
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person. Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you were sitting next
To the citizenry, he's a family man, but our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing, take the ticket situation, for instance, not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets. And another thing...
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. But first things first.
My name is Octatavia. My race is... the Lord of the Seven Calamities. I oppose Project.
Looks like I'll need to make a... Alright. Now that we're recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirms all we need now is some direct evidence to present to the Vetcha, so we can demand that they shut the plant.
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be...
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight, Mitya.
But Valeri's here too, and he's probably looking for Mitya. So...
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every performance. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. The authorities should take someone like him seriously. Also, we're not allowed on site, but yeah, still. I hear that Mitya...
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Okay, in that case, you guys find us... He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me.
Sure. Don't worry. Well,
Perfect!
okay.
Everything!
Here. We come here often, so now it's up to Vodyanitsa.
Mr. Mitya! Over...
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we... Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks. Whatever you like. Let me see,
You're really pressed for time today, huh?
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for...
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some...
Well, I genuinely have nothing back. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more...
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear...
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and...
Wow, still...
Oh, really? But it's...
Almost every time.
Oh.
I didn't sing that one today.
Oh.
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but...
Of course I was. Remember?
So, what did Odette sing?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged...
Correct. You find my singing boring, don't you?
No, that's not... All right. I'll be straight with you. I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances stimulate. So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater. Odette's dance during the Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply that look of sheer defiance. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I...
So what you're saying is...
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more disrespectful.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show... this meeting was so hard to set up.
It's fine. I suppose this is... affirming in its own way. Don't let it bother you.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know.
Please don't say that. I
know. I can tell. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others praise their...
Fair enough. I still feel kind of...
But you know what I really...
Oh, yeah. 100... what?
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Eastborough manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater investor. Box tickets only, premium...
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to...
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy.
Yeah, he couldn't care... What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some...
Oh, really?
Yep. The things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the cool Project Stuja has now been extended so many times. If the rumors are true, he's an...
Interesting. So you've heard about it?
What? So it's really...
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy have been tearing their hair out over it.
The Rooster? I didn't realize he cared that much.
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let the rich buy as much as they want. That's clearly unfair. Looks like we'll need to arrange an invest... I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. You really have a heart for the common person. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over Project Stuja. What?
This is it.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information. But since their conversation...
It's stressing me out too. If I'd only made better progress with my research, things wouldn't have dragged on this long.
Oh, so your work is...
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the Light Realm and not elemental energy. Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within Stellar Lynch, but harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnik crystal, from extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes, I see people stick...
Could it be that this new energy source has side effects?
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for... Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so long with so little progress to show for it. It's no wonder people are struggling to stay motivated.
Seems like I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gotten so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
Don't worry about it. I count my...
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy? Yeah. Censored by a scar...
Oh, dear. It looks like my... I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It was a pleasure chat...
Let's make up for it next time. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if...
That could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was...
Sorry, routine inspection.
I need him. I need that character. He looks so cool. But he does look like a 4-star.
Okay, let's go.
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here in exactly...
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedules.
All right, time for us to get going.
We'll settle our check too.
Hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving. He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to share his tea break with Miss Vodyanitsa and her 2 friends.
Wait.
So he knew we were here all along? This raise, maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Vodyanitsa and Alosha have both left.
I was wrong. This Archon quest is not really...
You're pretty early today. Paimon was just gonna mention that. After she woke up today, Paimon felt like her temperature was completely back to normal. But her strength still hasn't returned. Still, there's some good news. Paimon thinks she might have figured out the source of the problem.
Happening this year? Probably not.
It's like there's some kind of mysterious power affecting Paimon.
I was wrong. This Archon
Never
quest
felt
is
this
actually
way
really
before
good. I'm
during
not
any
done
of her
with
travels.
Chapter 1 yet, but so far, I'm impressed. I will say, Genshin really improved their storytelling, because my god, that shit was so boring. And not long. But it was pretty good in Cry. So yeah, I was wrong, I will admit.
Was wrong. This was wrong.
The Archon quest is actually pretty good. I will admit, I was wrong.
She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
What is it? You're making that face again. So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? And you think that might be why Paimon's feeling unwell? Well, Mitya denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people working on the project have been having issues with their concentration. And even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon. It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. Sure, Paimon's with you there. But how, though? The robot only has a limited amount of intel. Oh, great point! They argue about Project Stusha every day. If we could sit in on one of their sessions, we might pick up some new leads. Good idea! Oh yeah, while you were out, Paimon tried all the yummiest looking desserts in the pot. This one seemed right up your alley.
Prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vetcha?
Him pasted in the background.
Sorry, I'm not taking Oh good, you're here. The session's about...
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa.
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing.
Shot and he's like in the crowd with some people.
The relevant agencies have It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located monster. Her Majesty the A financial report on disaster relief.
They cover the same old ground every single There's a general lack of
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the kvass. Ever read it?
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have to sell from stalls on the street.
Okay then. Best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives.
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnaya. It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to—
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and And do you even know how long it's been since—
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuzha cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magic. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether—
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a—
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who—
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regraders struck back with style and a war of words ensued. Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience— The people have—
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to, so...
You two are getting off topic.
Mr. Pantalone.
Oh, please do.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes but I fear the most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya to make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks.
Renowned scholar of finance with the notorious Lelek still active to—
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone— As for Lelek, ending Project Stuzha has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes in the Vetcha are all that matter. So whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you— Despite a handful of—
At least someone here wants— I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui— Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui—
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions. The commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuzha. However, given—
Let us refrain from jumping—
My apologies, Lord—
There are numerous issues to address here. Nevertheless, I support—
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban—
That's a good idea.
Be that as it may—
Not if they are used purely for reference.
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement is acceptable to all parties.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of improving treatment for Fatui soldiers. Today, the prima donna of the Korailievs—
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview the—
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final vote.
Hey, check it out! What made him vote against?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuzha total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Chuganov. I see. Lelek strikes again.
Yes. Go, Lelek. Once Project Stuzha is defeated, our unwavering support would bring out the...
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuzha will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. Finally, may I remind us all, we debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm.
It's a little bit low-key coded too, right? It's
The session is concluded.
I'm not sure if this commitment to
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chuganov to vote against Project Stuzha. Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it. As we heard, Project Stuzha is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, the factories would have to take the hit. I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are in a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit, but that's a week-long process, and thus didn't exactly. And I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanction. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stuzha. But now, he's already voted against it. Which means, yeah. No one knows why Lelek is so obsessed with ending Project Stuzha. But by the looks of it, he's inching closer and closer to success.
Lelek must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop it. Maybe my next step should be to focus on him.
Oh, right. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Shall we head out?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for a political enthusiast.
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and my new friend here...
Ah, Odette must have introduced you. Looks like you two are getting along pretty well.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should head back to the troop.
Sure. Break a leg and all that. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vecha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks and giggles. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir. Huh? You want to look into Lelek?
Fine by me. In return, it seems fair to let her in on what we've learned.
My thoughts exactly. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelek.
As you command, child, sir.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway, I'll have someone brew a pot of black tea.
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters, so all these files have to offer, are short statements by the people affected. They don't give us a lot to go on.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter surveillance.
And to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor the slightest trace of a break-in. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time, so they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Careful, don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation is more my style.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just, there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. Faye, on the other hand, plenty would have the ability, but few would have the motive.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Oh, you hit me right where it hurts. I'll admit, he's strong and meticulous. But can we at least limit this to candidates who have something to do with Snezhnaya?
She's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting—
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Odette. Yeah.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low. But yeah, much—
No, wait a moment.
What do you mean?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about it, the Rokot would be precisely what she needs to conceal her identity.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. Oh, yikes. I was just still. What reason could
Arlecchino would be the best person to act. Rosaline used to open up to her, and as I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino is quite a lot better with children than Rosaline was. She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement with Odette before leaving. So I suppose there were at least no lifelong— Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of things. But I do know that Odette definitely has a motive to hold a grudge against Project Stuzha. The reason being, her father passed away during the early stages of the project. That was back before it had been named Project Stuzha, when things were still being worked out.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette. Is that such a surprise?
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a Fatus, and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like after her father passed away Odette was only interested in ballet at the time. Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriately accommodated and provided with adequate assistance. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end, the solution they agreed upon was to have Odette join the Fatui.
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess? In that sense, still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui...
It's just a theory. A possibility. But as a motive for Odette to become— That said, I have no idea plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no one— Yes. But there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Which means you can—
Spirit Seeker. But Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to the stage.
Tonya's excited for it too.
I've actually seen it several times before. It's a tale of love, but when that classic melody— not an easy dance to do justice.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, I'll let you take it from here.
Sounds like you've made a ton of progress. Next step is to head back to the theater. Either way, maybe this is going to— Why leave a letter when— So, if it is her, yeah. Well, no change, really.
Yeah, I wish you could be there too. If Odette is Lelik, she may well have— Her father was involved. It's hard to imagine she could have got— When she spoke to us—
Hey, look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day.
Ooh, it sure is cold today. I wonder how much heavier the snow's gonna get. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your tickets for the Perfect. Thank you.
That was a nasty side eye. That was a nasty side eye. ¿Dónde está? Okay.
I think I'll leave the Lelik question until after the show's over. Then I'll go find Odette.
Wait, wouldn't we be happy that she's Lily? Because, like, we don't want the Saritsa
Child
to win.
said he was originally going to come with Tonya. So I'm guessing Tonya's already here somewhere. Is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya?
Valerie.
Let's see. Mr. Chuganov's back again, but... Oh no. It looks like the show's starting, and I still haven't found Tonya. Never mind. I'll just have to take a seat for now and see if I can catch her afterwards.
Okay, he's Electro. He's Electro Stellar, so like maybe like Swirl? No audio, no nothing. I feel like the chandelier's gonna fall.
Hello, members of the audience. I'm a staff member here at the theater. Today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the first attempt in a long time to revive the classic Snezhnayan ballet, Spirit Seeker. To commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo of the cast, crew, and audience members present today.
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
I think he also has a stellar linchpin.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you to watch Miss Odette's new show with me. And wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future, I heartily encourage you to take a leaf out of my book. Find some soul-nourishing pastimes to enrich your time outside of work.
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on one point. This is not time outside of work. These are...
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human technology can never advance if we're too rigid in our thinking, Sarge.
May we leave now?
Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer, but... No, off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of working hours. Lead the way.
That has to be her. She's the only... excuse me? Are you Tanya?
Hanji! Hale nahi. Her model looks better than Child. And she's an NPC. Oh, that's evil. That's so evil.
Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
That's so evil. I love it.
Okay.
No, literally, her
Sorry
face
for the
has more
trouble.
polygons than his entire model. That's so diabolical.
What's wrong? Maybe she caught a...
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time. It's most unusual.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can barely see a thing. I've never seen such heavy snow in my life.
Let's wait it out for now.
Well, look at that. Maybe we should...
Let's wait.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has given us this wonderful chance to take a break. We owe it to ourselves to...
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that always keeps plenty of extra blankets on hand for... I know the route well. Shall I head over?
Sir, there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Wait here, I'll be right back.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter are waiting for me at home, so I shall be heading back as soon as I get my blanket.
So... Are you expecting...
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. They will escort us back. You are...
Operation Showtime? So, wait. Every single time you drag me back to work when I sneak out, it's a whole official operation? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
Sure. My brother might come pick me up in a bit anyway.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage and find Odette. I need to...
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? Ah, a fan, I'm guessing? Today is just a dress rehearsal, so Miss Odette won't be meeting with fans. Sorry, but that area is...
Huh. Bad timing, I guess. Well, I might...
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets? How?
I was thinking the same thing.
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say... well, I have to...
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armor. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as such.
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhnaya.
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might...
An absurd hypothesis. I have no...
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air. Either that...
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen yet. Spare us... Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? Oh, right. I assumed you were looking for me and Vodenitsa. Odette's still backstage. Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working back...
Huh. Is weather...
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild. This is something else. It's not normal.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal, could it have anything to do with that monster people have been talking about?
We can't stay cooped up here forever. Someone needs to go out and take a look. No need. I have plenty of experience. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes. Heading out, my man? Be careful. Thanks for the advice.
He's back! He's back! How was it? What's going on out there?
Did you see any soldiers patrol?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see a single soul. And something in the air gives me the... This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation. I strongly advise everyone to stay here until the snow dies down.
Are you serious? So all of us are trapped here now? That sounds a little far-fetched to me.
You want to go outside and see?
This just turned from a minor delay into a...
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter...
Huh? What are you all still Whoa! It's... So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is on the bright side. The theater's always well stocked with supplies. If this... At least, I assume that's alright? Odette? Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the circumstances. My thanks to the theater for being so accommodating.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get home too?
This guy... He sounds like he should be in not here.
Oh, your majesty, the Tsaritsa. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the two top stars in all.
I think I've changed my mind. Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way. Behave yourself, or you'll be begging for that blizzard.
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight. Let's head somewhere warmer.
don't think it's ever been this lively backstage before. I didn't know you were coming today. Hey, have you seen Chuganov? I heard he was coming today. Have you spoken?
I'm with you. This could be just the chance we need.
I'm gonna do it with Smash Burger while I wait. Bye. Let me be Delulu.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to coax some more intel out of him. I want to know why he suddenly changed his stance on Project Stuzha. What exactly happened before the most recent Vetcha vote?
For the Rokad, or just out of personal interest?
Shh! There are other people around. Don't say the R word.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation.
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy moments like this is the day you'll finally understand the meaning of life. Ah, why, hello, ma'am. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at Any Friend of the Theater's Star Performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mitya from the Energy Commission.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the Special Assignments Battalion. Armory Palace Royal Grenadier Guards, 1st Regiment. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Not. Probably not. Next year, also probably the fuck not.
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to a— What? You mean I really did do something to—
So, Mr. Mitya.
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred me from the inner— Really? I can't even talk about that? Pretty sure— all right, I won't say anything.
I have to say, Even though today was a rehearsal and there were some hiccups along the way, Miss Odette's performance.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Especially... Do you think we were coming on too strong? Odette's...
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Huh. That's actually a more insightful critique than I was expecting. My mother would agree. She's always thought that was my biggest flaw. I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the show's performance ready.
This doesn't seem like the time or place to bring up the subject of...
So unfair. Talk about double standards.
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. I just have a feeling that he might be dangerous.
Hello?
And then there's the aristocrat. Because nothing... Well, look at that.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur.
Are you really that... Oh.
How are you feeling, Tonya?
I'm fine.
Child must take great care.
You know, I'm stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Exactly. I'm fine.
Look after yourself.
My husband has major trust issues. To him, I doubt even this snowstorm is a good...
That's the price of marrying... hello?
How's it looking?
No change from this afternoon.
May I have... We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. In a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow...
A drama about sleeping?
Not bad. Clear selling point at least.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage, please...
I guess I'll call it a night. I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't... I wonder if she's feeling...
What the fuck?
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black... Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been chasing us from below ever since we were born. You're just dozy. There's no way you've forgotten. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Here we go again.
What's going on?
The Black Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the Black Mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem.
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually, I promise.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your minds.
I am. I think...
As much as I detest...
Then I bid you both farewell. Let fate always appears so impossible. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come. Yes, it looks like this happens from time to time. Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that those... Huh? Are you...
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from...
What the fuck?
Don't look, Miss Tonya. Okay.
What happened to them?
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is, have I seen this moment?
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear.
But just last night...
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural. Who was the first to discover?
It was... Then I noticed that the door...
I can corroborate this. I can also confirm that I didn't see a single... The snowstorm was raging all night.
You mean an intruder? No.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicious activity.
No, backstage is clear.
No, we checked the basement. Also clear. I don't think there's anywhere here that a living
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back?
No, there's nothing like that. I also checked the windows. All of them...
It sounds like we can safely rule out...
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries.
We can't quite jump to that
Could he be right? Set in a theater during a snow...
Looking at who the killer targeted, it all adds up. I know it.
What is? What have you...
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left... Such ruthless...
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us?
Lelik. I know this code name. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? I already voted against Project Stuzha at the Snezhno Gradvecha. You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep.
So he really was threatened by Lelik. That makes sense.
And now you're resorting to murder to show yourself!
Was this really Lelek's doing? If Odette really is Lelek, I'm probably the...
I don't think it's likely, at least from the stories I've heard. Besides...
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelek might be Odette.
Miss Vodyanitsa.
Defense? Oh, no.
Well, if you...
The case is still evolving.
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov may well be an important clue.
So there's still a good chance that... I can't do this anymore.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. Even the soldiers couldn't get to us. Go out that door, and you might... And whoever this Lelik is...
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate and refrain, because as things stand, Unless anyone has further information to share,
You're right. That was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my...
Since Vodyanitsa and I were on this...
Whoa. Are you serious? Odette? Really?
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect.
What are we up to now? Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatuz, a member of the Rokot. It must be so exhausting. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the Rokot. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have for being...
Probably best if you ask her that.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to everyone earlier, yeah. Lelik may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never crossed the line. We need to confront her face.
Do you think she'd really admit to being...
I don't know. We'll have... Now's her chance. Hey, Odette. What is it? Shh. Keep your... Alright, fine. You don't have to... None of us believes you kill innocent... The Traveler was the first to figure out... Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. Everyone believes Lelik is the. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person you are. So, can you.
Alright. Yes, I'm Lelik. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me.
Huh? You're gonna reveal that you're.
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Shuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where every-
Are you What?
So...
I don't know what game you're...
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I can disappear and adopt a new identity anytime I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lelik. But more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound or leaving a...
Is this really the truth? That's confidence, all right.
A real no-nonsense attitude.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer!
I do have one question, Miss Odette.
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on... And that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice.
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect.
I understand.
Mr. Chuga...
For my wife and...
Good work, Lelik Guard.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits, so now I've been told I have to guard Lelik with him.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment, it looks more like you're my bodyguards.
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard up against them also.
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get through this. Once the snow stops, if...
But... once the snow stops...
You're gonna miss us, huh?
Really, Miss Vodayani?
Aw, alright. Let's promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like that.
You really do get carried away sometimes.
Hey! Mind your own business!
Don't be nervous, Miss Wateramp.
Excuse me?
No.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm a water...
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across that concept before. Do enlighten me, Vodyanitsa.
Well, it's just... We water imps tend to communicate our emotions to each other by singing. The emotions we convey through song.
I'm impressed, Shram.
It's not about being cultured or not, and yet, you're...
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack for it. Plus, I have... Anyway, we spent so much time together.
Oh, I guess that...
Hey, what are you implying? You're not secretly insulting the...
Heavens! Why would I do a thing like that?
It's getting late.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight. It will...
As long as someone keeps an...
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on Miss Odette? Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight.
An excellent idea. I expect that plan took you quite some time.
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. Although the scenario there involved... That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards you personally, Miss Odette. In fact, Lelik's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military agents.
I care less about respect and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep tonight. I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest. Good night.
And for Odette and I to share the night watch. I came here to get it.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. Plus, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation. I just had a simple question. Rosaline, in her final moments, did she have any... I see. No. She was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person... Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think, yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. Not that when I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake... It was extremely grueling. And it did... I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. There was... Every day was a struggle against the cold. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune. Surely, any child who had to experience that. So, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. It was my way of telling her. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion for ballet. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother." She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised that I lashed out first, before she had the chance. But strangely enough, on that occasion, after that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the sort of. Although gift, she knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously, she'd be... So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnaya, many people immediately crushed their core Ignis. It gave them a profound sense of relief, like they'd broken free from her shackles. But I kept mine. I still wonder, did she really come to stop? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame that we couldn't settle our difference. She did. Are you sure she... Wait. In that case... Okay.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of...
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the final battle. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Now, all that remains is to arm it with a sufficiently powerful energy. Yes, the weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero, the Jester. And the lab is located deep within the Armory Palace. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. Once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry permit. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know.
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly, even in the most inhospitable...
Even if he was awake.
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler.
Sure. This is our second night here. I hope she's been sleeping. What? Seriously? No.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? Are you reaching your limit?
How long have we been walking?
Time's lost all meaning.
A star key? Or...
Whatever it's... But it seems like...
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful.
Backup is here.
Storm!
Run faster.
Here they come again! Get ready!
What the? Gotta run.
Monsters ahead of us. The black mist behind us. It feels like there's no line.
Here comes.
Backup is here.
Incoming! And Kate! Learned!
Are you hurt?
No. Yeah. Otherwise, why would it always be out of...
We know you mean well.
Thank you, friend. You're going to continue.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the... I'm the black mist has stopped rising. It's hung. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, leave? Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upwards. I will be right by your side. Huh? What's wrong?
What the is happening?
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that...
Coolish! Wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casual.
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time. They slept on the stage with everyone else. So I suppose the surrounding environment can't be a relevant variable.
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night?
I'm as confused as you are. Certainly nothing unusual happened on my watch.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far.
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I couldn't help but think. I heard the Traveler and Lelik chatting, but otherwise I don't recall.
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up, so I was concentrating hard, trying not to cough.
Then, what could possibly be causing this? I worked closely with Rampana.
4 victims in just 2. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked. Still.
So we only have ourselves to.
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike. Lelik must be an expert in poison.
Here we go.
Listen, I was already. She's been playing us.
That's a hideous thought. One that only a hideous mind like yours could dream up.
How?
That's enough. But today's victims were just ordinary.
Who knows? Maybe you. I implore you. Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator.
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete.
How can you defend her, officer? Maybe I shouldn't be so tall so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes. Then tell us to
Hard-earned my
fall in line.
ass.
The fatu... Don't you...
Sir, but you were the one who told us not to stop other. 4 people have already died. Turning against one another is the last thing we should be.
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed up, pig-headed windbag who doesn't have a clue what he's talking about,
That's diabolical.
he's still one of the victims here.
I had no intention of resorting to violence. In any case,
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there?
Did you have an idea, Mitya?
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far are concerned, but then there's the 2 double murder.
So what do you suggest?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human-on-human homicide at all.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Now that you mention it, I remember when I first came. Haunted?
yeah, I think...
Well, this has taken an unexpected...
Why don't we take this opportunity to look...
very well. Whether...
Tonya? Did you find anything?
Not yet. Still.
This looks like somebody's notebook. Shall we read it together?
How do you get news like that? How does it get to you? I mean,
Well, it doesn't look scary or anything. So I guess it should be fine. Alright, let's read it together.
This has to be Vodinitsa's writing, surely.
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. I feel like I just read someone's secret diary by accident. It sounds like she's writing this for her parents, right?
Right model worshipping left model.
I don't understand. Why put this stuff in a notebook instead of mailing it in a letter?
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snezhnaya by the Tsaritsa long ago. And now they live somewhere new, where the postman can't get to. It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. All right, give me my notebook back.
Oh.
Ah, Traveler. Since you're...
Alosha found it. We're both curious.
An investigation report, huh? Looks quite...
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once,
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous, while also... Anyway, the bottom line is,
Leyline problems are pretty... It's hard to imagine what connection it could have.
some of the language that appears at the very... My area of research doesn't... huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. Death is near. Is that supposed to be what's... But if so, how did the...
Maybe things are more complicated.
No, wait a second. If we take the report definitively conclude the question is, what exactly does the note mean by death?
Valeri, come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the theater. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents. Yes, he'd always have this.
This should confirm a lot of key details.
Yes, the number of people. Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have sneaked?
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual. Everything would have been well within his control.
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we?
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door, they don't tend to... Still...
Did an extra person just materialize?
If we take all this together, it's not impossible, is it?
Oh, I beg to differ.
Does it really sound that far-fetched?
Good. Okay, now that we... So, I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, if the killer had simply bought a ticket, it would have greatly increased the risk of their identity. I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time, or found...
What about the note found in the investigation report?
The killer may have simply planted...
So, it has nothing...
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for...
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out... Then let...
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too. Everything short of throwing a temper tantrum and...
I'm most certain...
Probably a stupid question, but I might as well... Guess it was not...
Especially after the unprompted Lelik reveal. Once was already a miracle.
As things stand, the audience headcount doesn't add up. I guess we can rule out the theater staff members.
I know it's him though. Because he went out and then came back in.
I don't believe any of it. Mr. Shram, did you really go through the ticket?
Huh? Me?
It's not that you stand out as suspicious. More that everyone else has been ruled out.
Okay. What?
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're a good person. Although, actually, what was it you said last night? Last time I checked, there were barely any of us remaining in Snet, and I suppose it's all...
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop giggling.
Hey, revolting is a little strong. I was just a bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because sparks began to fly between me and their daughter.
We don't need details. Just get to the...
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name, that's all. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, both the Fae and human faction...
Really?
Huh? Shram.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Delicate times.
Yes? You know, the Civil War...
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snet...
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this.
I'm just as amazed as you are.
Is someone going to explain what's going on?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you,
The theater's ley lines have been modified to block souls within its grounds from returning to them. Some souls can even wander the... Mr. Shram's statement proves he. And. For some unknown reason, the soul that has been. Yeah, that must. The contents of the investigation report. Death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The Mr. Shrem must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. So when the note said death is near...
Someone who died.
In short, there's a dead person among us.
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make joke, but even if I was dead, I know for a fact I'd...
Yeah, even if all that's true.
The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that...
Why does it...
What happens when the black hole can't achieve...
That could explain why we weren't able to...
It does seem to explain...
Except there's no concrete evidence. Still, it seems...
Alright, so...
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for a soul to wander the theater for centuries without questioning...
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I'm trying to remember and... I was the one who didn't want to remember my own death.
Well,
my lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started, but I was going to do whatever it took to buy our chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want.
It's just... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me.
But...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I get...
Mr. Schramm, I'm sure we can figure out...
My good sir.
No. I'm speaking on a...
Let it go, man.
Ozarova. Oh! Auntie Ozarova! That's what we all called her.
As long as she went on to be happy. That's all. There's no need to see me off, my...
You okay?
Mission.
Up the ante!
What's going on? It's the curse of death. No. Is this the... I need to find a way back to reality.
That's creepy as fuck.
Is this La Senora helping us?
Odette! Odette! No signs of life. Did Odette intentionally use her core? Thank you, Odette. But... I'm sorry. I don't have time to protect you. Sure enough, everyone here has been affected. Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Paimon probably didn't escape Renova's curse either. She won't be able to respond to me right now. I'll have to find her myself.
Yo, what in the hell? This is not 1.0 Genshin. What the fuck is this? This is not 1.0 Genshin.
Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now.
Wait, shouldn't...
I found her! Paimon really is here!
Wait, shouldn't, what's his face? Technically, shouldn't, what's his face? Technically, right, technically, shouldn't, he be, Pierre should be free from, like, the curse of death because he's immortal.
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Judging by your expression, it seems that you understand little of what is going on here. In that case, a word to the wise. Do not interfere in Snezhnaya's affairs. A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will one day lose any reason for its existence, and as a descender, you are perfectly suited to be the lifeline to which a dying civilization might desperately cling.
No advice needed. I'll make my own judgments.
Suit yourself. When the day of reckoning arrives, the time for resurrection fast approaches. The mortals here are not yet worthy to behold my form. So that will be all for... That thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn, unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there'll be a next time?
Girl, you gonna get caught. You're gonna get got. Yeah, see, you're not good. This is a real thing. You're not smart enough. The fuck you want, bitch? The fuck you want?
I'm...
What are you talking about?
It was... You seem to be in...
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. If the Jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon, and she could kind of feel it canceling out that other...
So...
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effect.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler.
But why would a big shot like you care about what happens to Paimon?
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnaya, we once spent some time together in the distant past.
Oh yeah, you did mention...
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait. Mitya, let us continue.
The good news is, my hypothesis regarding the Ruler of Death. As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice. Currently, we have no means with which to make a breakthrough.
I will trust your judgment. We shall put the
Wait, what are you guys talking about? You...
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until after what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal. Or rather, the trigger condition for the Curse of Death.
Okay.
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress,
I fucking
preventing
knew it.
us from possessing any means with which to threaten the heavenly principles.
What kind of?
Just like the little lapdog she is.
So, any ideas, research, or experiments that lead to technological progress can trigger the curse.
So you need to kill Renova.
Just now, for instance, I was set to launch a final phase energy experiment ahead of schedule. If the experiment was successful, as expected though, the moment the experiment, all that effort, not to mention the energy and materials we relied on,
Does that mean something similar happened?
That's right. During the performance, I thought of an important breakthrough regarding the experiment, and wound up dragging everyone into this. So the nature of the curse seems to be something like... when moments of technological progress occur, all life in the vicinity is taken away.
What?
Of course, that meant the curse was normally limited to the Armory Palace. Since outsiders are forbidden from entering, this mass death phenomenon went unnoticed until Odette came along. I believe she was the first witness. The Curse of Death was triggered just before she infiltrated the Armory Palace that day.
But you mentioned something about a...
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, humanity can still advance technology but, as I'm sure Renova anticipated, even incremental progress.
You mean the experiment you
Yes, we were at a critical juncture, a moment where the quantitative was about to. But now, after already being forced to fumble around in the dark all this time, it feels like we've truly hit an impenetrable wall. As long as Renova's curse of death persists, we won't be able to advance the experiment or obtain any results.
And with Project Stuzha having been in effect all this time, at our nation's current strength, repeated trial and only by eliminating Renova first.
She's the ruler of death!
We'll see. But one thing's for sure. She definitely can't just do whatever she wants. The best proof of that? Wouldn't it be easier to just kill all of us researchers for good?
So, you're saying...
Exactly. And I think that's where the key to our breakthrough lies.
Regardless, the ruler of death has always been an obstacle we must overcome. Our goal is the heavenly principles.
The Fatui!
For a long time, I've had a vague, but hearing the Jester admit it is still... What kind...
In that case...
Granted. Get some rest, put the experiment out of your mind, and take care that the curse of death doesn't affect any civilians. While there is yet time, allow me to offer you...
I remember hearing the term Mistleton.
Yeah! Paimon wanted to ask about that when the name came up just now. What is it?
As you know, Project Stuzha is a series of measures enacted to consolidate our nation's resources, the greater purpose of which many of the things you have encountered thus far are essentially for the advancement of that project. This includes the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau in Notri. Researching Kuvaki was merely a facade. Its core objective was to use local resources and research findings to build Mistleton itself.
And that's a weapon built for the final...
Huh?
I was given some intel. And...
Wait! You must mean that thing over there! Oh, Paimon's gotta take a closer look at this thing.
Kuvaki alone will not break through Celestia's defenses. Look, the heavenly principles are no doubt accustomed to combating the power of the light realm, and elemental energy is simply the power of the human realm, converted to that form by the heavenly principles themselves. For now, therefore, we have set our sights on the form of energy associated with the third descender and the stellar linchpins. This may hold the potential to allow Mistleton to contend with the heavenly principles.
If they can find a way to merge all of the Gnosis and the stellar linchpins, because they seem to draw from an energy that's not necessarily...
You could say that by reverse engineering the stellar linchpins to extract the energy within, we have obtained...
The Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, Project Stuzha, and it looks like your plan is almost...
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an expedition to vanquish a monster.
Seems like the powers that be in Snezhnaya don't intend to hold my past conflicts with the Fatui against me.
The Harbingers have been granted significant autonomy in retrieving the Gnosis. But by the same token, they do not completely represent Snezhnaya's official stance.
You read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis, Paimon's been dying to ask this question since forever.
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key bargaining chip when she confronts the heavenly principles. Beyond that,
What do you mean? Not sure.
Taking on the heavenly principles is something most people wouldn't even...
Into that today, civilization is nothing but an illusion. Our civilization may very well be destroyed in the struggle, but as things stand, the heavenly print only by changing the state of affairs, only by overthrowing the heavenly principles. Otherwise, the fate of the people of Conria and Hyperborea is a cycle doomed to repeat itself.
Accepting potential destruction.
Furthermore, perhaps this is still somewhat difficult.
Huh? All of them? Paimon knows about the curse.
Then, the birth of the Hilly Churls, the rules of Natlan's Ode of Resurrection, those are curses too? Farina's long life seems to stem from a curse placed on her by Focalor as well.
Yes. Even a god's love for humanity is a curse the heavenly principles inflicted upon the gods.
What?
The Tsaritsa has always had ample reason to hate the heavenly principles. If she can seize their authority, she will reconstruct the entire world and look forward to it. It will be though the ordinary people of Snezhnaya may not understand these we all believe that
Paimon really doesn't remember. He's basically a...
Allow me to explain. The reason Paimon reacted to the anti-Celestia energy developed by the armory is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically, she is one of its creations.
Paimon? A creation of Celestia?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier.
As you know, the lunar fragments in Nodcry were pulled down from the sky, but the first application of this technology was in Conria. Over 500. I used this technology upon the heavens, and the response I received was none other than Paimon, descending from Celestia. I presented her to the Vinster King, but he took no interest in this gift, nor did it satisfy him. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until, of course...
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. You're talking, but... Paimon...
Having lived through the cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with...
But it's not just her memories from Conria. Paimon doesn't even know how she spent the last 500 years. She only has memories from the past few years. No matter how, what was Paimon like back in Conria?
Unfortunately, when you arrived in Conria, your consciousness was like that of a newborn infant. None could say what kind of being you once were in Celestia.
Wait, could she be Asmodee? But no. Wait, no, no. She could be Asmodee.
During the time you lived in Conria, your personality was no different from how it is now.
Aw, man! You know, even though
On the contrary, I completely ignored you, but now, as I see it, it is as if you are the only sane thing that survived that era of...
Noted. But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now... Oh...
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me so much.
Given the circumstances, the Fatui need not hide anything.
Allies?
To advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve our issue with the Ruler of Death. And if I...
That's right. Ever since she said she intends to reclaim Paimon when we next meet, I figured reconciliation was out of the question.
Against an opponent of this caliber, deliberating over our allegiances would waste time.
You're going to challenge the Ruler of Death? Just for Paimon? But... Thank you!
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order.
Got it. Thanks for your help.
There was just one other thing. Well, of course, Paimon knows.
Certainly you may.
Oh, for real?
While the technology is not yet fully developed, it has nevertheless reached the stage where Celestia's creations are unable to damage it. In that regard, you may rest assured.
So I was kind of right, where she can't harm it, she can't destroy it.
Oh. Wow. No wonder Paimon felt so out of...
That's what the Tsaritsa is going to use against Renova. Whoa, that's crazy.
Paimon?
Long story short, yep.
That's right. When I woke, so I returned the.
It was thanks to you that
Huh. That actually worked? Really, you should be thanking anyway. And now that things here.
Ah, Director Chuganov, you're back. We just received notice that Project Stuzha has been. This is the preliminary plan. In it, our calculations indicate that.
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Whether they use it just to get by or start preparing to halt production and.
Am I hearing you right?
I just. suddenly don't want Iskra.
Dear esteemed members of the Rokot, given the effects of Lelik's radical actions upon our organization's reputation and social stability, a decision has been made to permanently withdraw that. Considering that Lelik did what they did for the benefit of the people, the Rokot Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. Depending on their future performance, they may be allowed to adopt a new codename and continue acting. The purpose of this notice is, even with Project Stuzha, we act only for the.
We act only for the great.
You mean for us?
Just thinking out loud, I've never seen the Snezhna Gradvecha so lively before.
I never once thought I'd come here. But I.
Hanji! Game!
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical,
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet, she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Koralyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
Wait, does he choose to remember or choose to forget?
Fresh air at last! Paimon's head isn't spinning anymore, and the fever's all gone. Paimon's finally free to fly again! Oh, it's nice to finally know. Like, who cares if Paimon's a creation of
Auntie?
Celestia? She's probably not anyone that. And
Aya!
this doesn't have to change anything
Huh.
between us. You're not gonna just. Hey, her.
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuffing your face.
Says who? Paimon originally wanted to check out the books. Wait, they've got light novels from Yaipop, the local Snezhnaya.
I thought you were in the mood for fly.
Paimon can read while she flies. Hey, look at these two dolls. Which do you like better? All right, boss.
Oh, I thought we were only getting one.
There you are. Thanks.
Paimon will grab it. Huh? Huh? How many layers does this thing have? And what do you let? A whole bunch of people are gathered over by the plaza. Hey, look! That looks like.
I know that voice. Of course.
Yeah! The jester knew what was wrong and fixed Paimon right up!
Oh, yeah. About that. That was kind of embarrassing. Who could have known that our director would go looking for you in person? So sorry for them. Oh, right. Let me introduce you.
Hello, Tonya!
Hello. Firstly, I'm really sorry about my brother. Sounds like he's caused you no end of trouble.
Hey now, why'd you have to
So she's the real.
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't show, she got a little.
I know!
I've been rushed off my feet lately, so I didn't.
Well, the snow was bad, and you're never late.
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings, besides, it's obvious that Tartaglia isn't usually one to break a promise. He only gave his ticket to me because he had to look into Lelek.
No, it's fine.
I would. The best is.
Huh? What the
Hey!
It's gonna be the Tsaritsa.